tomorrow night. Tottenham Hotspur, or as I've seen some Arsenal fans refer to them as today, was it Spursnal, as I've seen going around. Arsenal fans have become Spurs. I've seen badges mixing your emblems, but you've got a big game tomorrow night, Henry, against Manchester City. How do you see yourselves faring?
Do you know what? I think tonight's game, if Aston Villa lose against Liverpool, I think that will change a lot of Tottenham fans' perspective going into this game. I can only speak for myself. I don't want Arsenal to win the league. I think if Tottenham get in the Champions League the way we're playing next season, we will get, I can't say that's 18 plus, but we would get absolutely rolled over in the Champions League the way we're playing at the moment. If the way I see it is, if Man City score early, I mean, it could be a bloodbath. I've just seen on Twitter that there's up to 4,000 tickets on the exchange the night before a game against another Big Six rival or club, you could say, to me is absolutely insane. And the fact that the club kind of did the lap of honor thanking the fans in the Burnley game, you know, kind of tells me that the club obviously want to win the football match, but it's not like if we lose to Man City, it's not the be-all and end things. I think in terms of the game, the way Man City are playing at the moment, they blew Fulham away. Fulham did well for the first 10 minutes, but then Man City switched it on. The way they're scoring goals, it wouldn't surprise me if we're 3-0 down in 30 minutes. The one thing, obviously, the hoodoo is Man City have never scored a goal in our stadium in the Premier League. And the way they've played against us in the Premier League is completely different to the way we're playing at the moment. We normally sit back and counter-attack, have an extremely low block on our penalty area. We're not going to do that. We all know Ange Ball. He's not going to change. Doesn't matter who we're playing against. We're going to be open at the back. And if Man City take their chances, we could be out of sight, out of mind in the first 30 minutes. I'll be honest. I'd take a draw. But, I think looking at it positively, I think we're going to lose. And I think we're going to lose around maybe 4-0. I don't know what George thinks, but I would shamelessly, I would take a 4-0 defeat if City go and beat West Ham on Sunday.
Me, I can't lie. Look, I'm not doing any of this. I haven't said once I support City. I'm not doing none of that because I think it is a bit weird, to be honest. I do think that I support City or I support my rivals, like Arsenal fans trying to support. I think it's all a bit weird. We all support our one club. I support my one team, and that's Spurs. I'm not going to sit here and cheer on another team for someone else's success or for their failure. Do I think Tottenham are going to do anything tomorrow? No. I pretty much agree with Henry that, look, whether people want to look at the stats on what the history in this fixture is or whether Tottenham need to do something for our Champions League hopes, let's just be realistic here. Man City are in hot form. They're playing some really good football right now, some of the best football they've played all season. So whether this was now or this was when it was originally supposed to be scheduled a few weeks ago, the result would have been the same. City were going to absolutely roll us over. They need to win this game. And the fact that they haven't scored a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in the league, I think it's only extra motivation. This is just giving them the fuel that they need. They want to come out there tomorrow and they want a big performance. They want to wrap up their title. They want to come and beat us. And they want to get over the hurdle that is Spurs, because Pep has said it so many times. Like, even after he won the treble, he said, what's next, Pep, man? What are you going to go do now? Go score a goal at Spurs Stadium. That's literally what they're looking to do tomorrow. So for me, look, as you've seen, some of the players have got the kites out, feet are up, holidays started. They've already started to book their trips, and you know what? I'm not even mad. Like, me personally, I agree with Henry in the fact that I don't think we're ready for the Champions League. I don't think we deserve the Champions League. I think Aston Villa have been better, more consistent than us. And quite frankly, they just deserve the Champions League. They've played really well. They've not been there for a long time. And their performances this season, they've put themselves in that position where they should go into the Champions League. They should get the chance to perform there. We've not put ourselves in a position to do it. So we don't deserve it. We're not ready for it. So, yeah, no, man. Look, City are going to come to our ground tomorrow. They're going to do the job that they do. I'm not going to sit here celebrate it because, again, it's a loss. It's a loss. But I'm also not going to be overly happy if we did win or if we did pick up a point, because season's over. For me, we've got nothing to play for. There's nothing that we need to do now at this point. And, yeah, man, feet's up. So City can go do the job tomorrow and our season will be over. So, yeah, man.
I mean, wait, but like, let's be honest though. Like, let's be honest. You guys are saying good reasons why you would be okay with losing, but like, come on, it's really just because if you guys go out there and beat City, then Arsenal win the league, right? Like, I feel like people are trying to be like politically correct when they're saying why they're okay with losing, or like tomorrow's gonna be a very weird day in football, right? Like Arsenal fans are going to be supporting Tottenham. Tottenham fans are going to be supporting Man City. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it from a fan's POV.
I don't think it's I don't think it's us trying to be politically. I think if in the lens of Spurs fans, and Henry could probably agree with me here, is that the season was done when we lost to Arsenal. Once we'd lost to Arsenal, and we'd realized that, look, Arsenal are going on to push their title hopes. We've pretty much more than at that point had thrown away our Champions League hopes. Our season was over. And then from those games, you can sort of see in the players' minds and the way that they've been playing, they're clearly halfway checked out too. So we're not really going to go into this game expecting to perform against City or be like, oh yeah, like give ourselves some false hope to do something tomorrow. We're just all at this point of the season where, look, we know what our team is. We know half of the players are checked out. We've also got a few injuries. Let's just be honest here. Look, we're probably not going to do anything. And that's where we're at. We don't care that much because it's second last game of the season. We've had a long year, just like Man United fans, just like Chelsea fans. We haven't won anything this year. We've not achieved anything great. So there's nothing to be happy about. We're all just waiting for the season to be over. And that's where we're at now. So the City game is literally just a formality that, like, if it was, even when we beat Burnley on the weekend, you think I was celebrating? I saw KJ send the match reaction into the group chat and be like, "Oh yes." But I was thinking, what Spurs fan they're gonna come on after a win against Burnley, which was we scraped by second last game of the season? Come on, man, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I'm not gonna celebrate that.
Yeah, George, that your daughter's playing the piano in the background.
No, it's my son. Sorry.
I thought someone, but guys, listen. I know where you guys are at. I feel the same. But if your team scores, I know you man are booing that screen. I know George is sitting there with like, boo! How dare you, son, score against City again? You know what I'm saying? I know you guys are doing it, and it's okay. You know what I think? It's okay. It is okay. I think for a fan, it is perfectly fine to say that, yo, for the downfall of my rivals, because I've had the downfall, I want you man to have a downfall. The only issue is for me is my rival is Man City, and I need you man to turn up. Your rival is Arsenal, so that means you guys can do whatever you want, and you're not gonna care. I think Spurs is gonna kick in. I think Spursy is gonna happen. And the one game as a Spurs fan that you do not care about losing,
it's the one that you're gonna win.
You're gonna draw or win.
Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Look, it's like the reason like that I said that people are being politically correct is because if Arsenal weren't in the situation that they're in right now, and let's say if it was between Man City and Liverpool for the title, I think Tottenham fans would be talking about wanting to go out there and win to get Champions League. But because it's Arsenal, we all know that that's why. And it's okay. I think that you should be rooting for your team to lose, because why would you want to see your biggest rivals win a trophy when you guys haven't won it since I was like 10? Like it's actually crazy. So
that is the, like, you know, I think I said this on one of the shows, Terry, here. Like, I don't like Spurs for anything. Like, if I have to make content about Spurs, it'll be poop everywhere. Like, I don't like them for anything, honestly. But as far as I'm concerned, I love my team and my club more than I hate them. If Arsenal was in Spurs' position right now and they had the opportunity to go and beat City and cross my fingers that Aston Villa drop points and then win my next game and maybe get Champions League, and because of Champions League I can attract better players in the summer and reinforce my team and be better next season to come again and try, I would rather my team go. This is
though.
No, hear me out. I'm saying how I would perceive. This is me. If it's Arsenal and any Arsenal fan is telling me, right, that Alexa, stop. So, like, if it's Arsenal and we're in this position, honestly speaking, personally, like, I want to see my club do well. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like what I told. Yeah. Listen, what I told Terry the last time I was here, I said, I don't care what any other team does. Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, just go win the rest of your games. All I'm asking you to do is win. Whether you win the league or not, I just don't care anymore at this point, because it's not in our hands. It's in City's hands. to drop it.
But the
We
thing is,
can't
though, the
drop
only
it.
thing I
For
disagree with,
me,
I don't have a
for me,
problem.
for me, I just don't want them to lose. My team should not lose. Go in there, give me 110%. If you lose fighting at 110%, I'll be like, you gave your all, you lost. But you just go in there and roll over. As an Arsenal team, you just go in there and just give up. They should sell all the players, sell the dog, sell the coach, sell the stadium, and let's start again. There's no reason why my team should go there and just roll over. Go in there, give 120%. If you lose at 120%. So that I can back you and say, you know what, my boys played well, but they lost to a better team.
Wait, so Dial, so if the roles were switched and if Arsenal beat Man City, Tottenham would win the league, you would be happy with Arsenal beating City and then giving Tottenham the Premier League. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm saying as long as my team, Arsenal, does what I want them to do, which is go out there and win. I don't care what Tottenham gets in that year anymore. Yeah, they'll lord it over me. They'll banter me. They'll talk about how they won the league before me. They'll do all of that. But I'm putting myself in a position where I can make Champions League. I can attract better players. I can reinforce
The thing is,
next year.
though, so
And
what
maybe
you've
even
just
then
said
challenge
there,
next year.
no,
So
but
for
Dale,
me,
what
I'm
you
not going
just
to
said
sit
there
here.
about attracting better players is not entirely true. And I remember, to be fair, because we done, I believe 2 seasons ago, when we finished above Arsenal, we got the 4th position. We were doing shows all summer. Terry, remember going, who's going to attract better players, Tottenham or Arsenal? And we looked at the summer plan out, and you go, the Champions League didn't really make much of a difference as to what players you attract. The club's going to attract the same players with or without that Champions League, because your teams, they're going to see the vision for the team to get better or not. The players are either going to want to come and join Ange or they're not. So the Champions League football, like I used to think, and I used to agree with you, Dio, but to be honest, Champions League football is not going to make a big difference as to what players you can attract. The only difference, wait, just very briefly, the only difference it will make is potentially the spending power you might have.
That's what I'm saying.
In the
So
transfer
with
window.
spending power, you can go for better players.
On Tottenham's side
With
of things,
spending power, you can go for better
shouldn't be a
players.
problem because Tottenham have more than enough money to spend.
I agree with you.
Guys, I want to jump in. I don't want to go off the subject too much. I understand why some Spurs fans will want to lose. I get it. I'm not saying it's right to feel that way. I'm just saying I understand it. And I've had Man United. I remember we had Liez before Liez was famous when he was on the Terrace and he went viral because he said he wanted Man United to lose a game so Ollie would go. And I didn't agree with it, but I understood it. Henry, George, if you get a result, will you be angry at your players and Ange? If you get a draw, if you get a victory, will you be angry? That's what I'm more interested. I get you saying. If we lose, I'm not going to be upset. If you get a result, draw or win, doesn't really matter. Both help Arsenal. What will your reaction be? Be honest.
If Villa win tonight, our result doesn't matter because we mathematically cannot get Champions League. If Villa were to lose against Liverpool tonight and we got, say, thumped 5-0, then yeah, I would be annoyed. But there's
Okay,
that's not the question.
That's not the question.
If Villa lose tonight and we get thumped 5-0, I'd be
annoyed. If Tottenham win, I will say right now that if Tottenham win, I'm not going to be angry. No, I would actually be like, do you know what? Cool, we've done our job. Now it's down to City to go do their job against West Ham and put 5 or 6 away. Like again, yeah, I'm not going to be happy that we won. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be happy and celebrate the win like I normally would. No, but I'm not going to be angry at my team for winning. No, that's just silly now. I'm still going to be like, do you know what? We done our job. City need to go do their job on the weekend. Like,
no, I get that because up until when Man United were building in the months actually building up to us playing the game yesterday, a lot of people said, would you want to lose? And I said, I really don't want City doing this 4-P. On the eve of the game, I said, I actually really wanted to win. That was because of the scenario United were in. I wanted a performance. Didn't happen, but that's what I wanted. But I wasn't fuming that we lost the game. So again, Henry, you kind of spoke about if Spurs, like, you lose. If you beat City, if you draw with City, forget what happens tonight. Will you be angry at Spurs and Ange for helping Arsenal?
To a degree, yeah, I would be. But if Villa win tonight, then our result is effectively irrelevant in that.
It isn't irrelevant. It's not irrelevant. You getting a draw or victory almost certainly hands the Premier League to Arsenal. I'll be annoyed, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, forget where Spurs end up. If you beat City, I'd be
annoyed. I'd be furious because we know the online presence of that lot down the road.
We got there.
I would be absolutely furious. Yeah, because we
No, Henry, that's fair. Henry, that's fair.
every,
Wait, was
group
it
chat,
fair? Was it-
every single group chat.
It's not
or
fair.
every
It's not. I can't
No,
lie.
it's
Henry.
fair.
It's
No,
not
I said
fair,
it's, no,
man.
I said
It's
it's,
not.
I said no, it's
Because
fair.
I
No, I
agree
said
with
it's
you.
fair.
Look, I
Well,
hate
listen,
Arsenal, and I don't want to hear Arsenal fans rub it in my face. But at the same time, I don't expect my team to go out there and bend over for Man City just because Arsenal are gonna go win the league. Like I still expect my team to have some respect for themselves. And you know what? Like Dio said, go out fighting. Go out throwing some punches. Go out actually looking like you guys tried. Because I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I want us to lose 5-0 because it's going to secure City the league. That's just embarrassing. It's weird. And
George,
like you said, it's not standards. We need to have standards for our club.
I need,
But it's Tottenham.
I need to back you. No, I need to back you. I need to back you guys. Here.
Well, hang on. Sorry, Kay. I come back to. What do you mean by it's Tottenham, Will?
I mean, like when we talk about standards, I mean, we're talking about Tottenham here. I mean, like, let's be honest. You guys are technically Big Six, but I don't consider Tottenham a big club. I think that you have to win things to be considered a big club. The only thing that's good about your team is your stadium. It's very nice. But aside from that, I don't think that Tottenham really have anything going for them. Like, why do you even care about making Champions League? You're not going to win it. I mean, I think that you have a better chance of winning the Europa League. You guys were in the Conference League season or two ago, and you guys didn't win that either. So,
we got
I mean,
knocked out through COVID, but yeah.
Say it again.
We got knocked out because
You lot were awful in that before that. You lot were awful in that.
I mean, like, you guys were playing like Antwerp
we didn't get
and
a lot
stuff.
of games. I'm taking that to the bank.
No, I mean, look, that's true. But like, my thing is, if I'm a Tottenham fan and if they go out there and beat Man City, I'm pissed. Like, I would be the first to say I'm not happy. I'm not celebrating because now you've just handed Arsenal the title. And you guys winning, you guys would still need everything to go right for you to come forth anyways. So you go beat Tottenham, give Arsenal the championship, and then there's still no guarantee that you come forth. So to me, it wouldn't be worth it from a Tottenham's point of view. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes it's like you got to pick the lesser of the two evils.